It must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back.
Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all I've put you through.
No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you.
Nah, I was the one who made that decision.
But now you can stand in court once again, and you can mow them down just like you used to.
Way to put pressure on a guy. Since when did I get such a brutal reputation?
Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to see how that person will react.
But that's the thing. I need to see how people will react in order to question them.
And what if it's evidence that person isn't privy to?
That doesn't happen. Much.
You never change, and I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients either.
So, what are you doing here, Edgeworth?
The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case.
Wow, she's good. She went all the way to the top.
I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help.
I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist Dr. Meta Sykes.
Yeah, Athena's mother.
7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see.
What a terrible way to die.
This other photo shows the other side of the room. I see.
I also have the autopsy report for you. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene.
Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture.
The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the HAT-1 launch.
Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too.
A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackquill, a young prosecutor.
I hear his trial was over in a flash.
Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too.
The security camera video, and a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall.
But did Prosecutor Blackquill have a motive?
To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did, but he would never say why.
So that means he must still be hiding something.
Right. And there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public.
Yeah, I know. The part about the spy, right?
Right! How on earth did you know about that?
Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the HAT-1 miracle.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets.
Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackquill of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the HA-22 bombing is the work of the same spy,
We can stay the execution?
It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can.
Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence.
Let's do it together.
Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around.
I bet it'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know. We could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us.
I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. This is one heck of a robot.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgatron JT02.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet.
He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago, either.
They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room.
So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh?
But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo.
Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too.
That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture?
Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo.
Not only that, but before launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
So the person who stole it, think it was our spy?
I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackquill is the culprit.
What's this? It looks like a giant power plug.
It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station.
That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically to charge ourselves up.
Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool.
If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see.
Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me.
I just want to dive in and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do...
Metis.
Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. It's Metis Sykes. Blanco, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal.
You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area.
Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident?
When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused.
Huh. So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother. But Aura Blackquill? Miss Aura?
With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance.
Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means.
Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then let out her feelings on those around her.
After Prosecutor Blackquill was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well.
That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura.
And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Klonko, huh?
That murder destroyed so many lives.
Right, take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwill's research.
Ponko and Klonko. They're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. A heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing! Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you.
What's that supposed to mean?
It kind of sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo, too.
Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know! I'll try pushing it!
Pearls, don't touch the...
Oopsie.
Hey, it's moving!
It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. It sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation.
The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to.
As Miss Blackquill was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside.
I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down? It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. See the cute little food processor?
That isn't a food processor, Pearls. That's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body.
The first on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me...
So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right?
Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead?
Apollo and Aura Blackquill? I wonder what they're talking about. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule?
Oh, you mean this. It's a custom-made, shock-resistant bag. But how did you know?
Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it. That's all.
So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he?
Well, I guess that's about it for this room.
So, what do you think, Wright? Any ideas?
There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackquill's innocence, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Yep, he called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred.
With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance.
Did I say that right the first time? Because that would be awesome!
You can mow them down just like you used to.
Way to put pressure on a guy. Since when did I get such a brutal reputation?
Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to see how that person will react.
But that's the thing. I need to see how people will react in order to question them.
And what if it's evidence that person isn't privy to?
That doesn't happen. Much.
You never change, and I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients either.
So, what are you doing here, Edgeworth?
The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case.
Wow, she's good. She went all the way to the top.
I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help.
I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist Dr. Meta Sykes.
Yeah, Athena's mother.
7 years ago, it must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back.
Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all I've put you through.
No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you.
Nah, I was the one who made that decision.
But now you can stand in court once again. On the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see.
What a terrible way to die.
This other photo shows the other side of the room. I see.
I